Hi guys, hello everybody, good afternoon. Hi everybody, I hope that I am audible and visible and all that stuff. Let's get started because I am on a 20-minute time limit. So hi everybody, my name is Gina. I am from Gina's Kitchen and today I'm going to be showing you hand pies. Thank you Amul for having me. It's really very awesome. And I am going to be starting, so we're going to be starting with the base of the pies, which is basically a short crust base, which requires a lot of butter. Therefore, I only use Amul butter, so I'm extremely happy that I can show this and share this recipe with you guys. We're going to be making a peach one and an apple one. Unfortunately, we will not have time to show the fillings. So if you want to find out how we do the fillings will be on my page on Gina's Kitchen so that it's just easier for you guys. I have a lot of videos up there, so this will be one of them, and you guys can be able to be able to find them. Okay, so I'm going to switch my camera around so you guys can see what I'm doing. It's really very simple. We are going to be making hand pies. Excuse me while I turn the camera around. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so here's my little setup. I'm in my kitchen because it's just easier to work that way. For our short crust, those of you who have already baked with me already know how to make a short crust, but I'm going to show it anyhow. This is also called a pâte brisée. This, of course, is an egg-free one, okay? So for that, we need all-purpose flour, caster sugar, some extra all-purpose flour in case you need it, some vanilla, and of course, Amul butter, okay? You can use unsalted if you like. I prefer always to use salted because I like the little bit of saltness in my bakes, okay? So I'm going to put in the all-purpose flour. And I'm also going to be putting in my sugar. Now your butter must be absolutely chilled, okay? Which means in Bombay now it's a little hot, so I kept it ready. So it's not even been 5 minutes and it's a little bit, soft. But as hard and as cold as you can get, the better your pastry will be. Do not play around too much with pastry because you shouldn't. Okay, now what you're going to do, you can use both hands and you're going to basically crumble up you're going to get a sand-like texture into the dough. That's what you want. So you're just basically rubbing the butter into the flour to give it a sand-like texture. If you have really hot hands, it's better to dip them in a little bit of cold, chilled water before you start this. Okay, but like I said, see, now this has to rest in the fridge for a couple of minutes. I'm sorry I can't answer questions. I will go back and answer them because my camera is turned around. I'm on Instagram as well as Facebook. Okay, on Instagram it's Gotta Bake with Gina, and on Facebook it's Gina's Kitchen. Okay, so I'll be posting the recipe as well as the the small little videos that I prepared for you guys for the filling. It'll be up on either my Instagram, it'll be on both. Okay, so there we go. Now I am going to add a little bit of cold water because I'm not adding eggs here. This is vegetarian. So you must have chilled cold water. Okay, like if you can have an ice water glass near you, that's better. And all you're going to do is add in a little bit by little to bring it together. Okay, and that's why you keep the little bit of flour on the side, because you might need it, okay? So every flour is different. So I've kept a little bit on the side. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of the cold water. And I'm just going to bring this together, okay? Try and work in an AC environment. It is always better when you're dealing with pastry because it is, it just gets really, really mushy really, really fast. Okay, but this has to rest in the fridge for at least 2 hours before you're going to use it. So I actually made some ahead of time. So that's what we're going to be using. And this is going to go into the fridge to use at a later time. Okay, but this is your base. Now this base can be made savory or sweet. Now if you're going to make it savory, you can even leave out a little bit of the butter and grate in an Amul cheese cube. It's really yummy. Okay, you can use, which I use for my quiche, and you can add a little bit of herbs also as well. Okay, the herbs being, you know, oregano, thyme, rosemary, salt, pepper, whatever you want. Okay. I'm making hand pies, whoever's asking that question. These are really quick. I think I know in Karnataka and Maharashtra, they have something very similar. I think it's called gujia. Okay, but I'm not really sure. Sorry, but I'm not really sure. I know in Bengali we have one that's, I think every community has something very, very similar to this. Okay, so I didn't need much of the water. I just needed a little bit. So now this has been made, and this has to go into the fridge, like I told you, for around 2 hours. Okay, for it to come, not freezer but fridge. Okay, so you're going to bring it together. And you want to just flatten it out because you're going to have to roll it out, right? So you want that. So I'm going to put this in the fridge. And I'm going to use the one that we've already made a couple of hours ago. I made one. I forgot to take it out, so I'm just going to zap it for a few minutes. For a few seconds, actually. And I'm going to show you the next step of this, how to make these, okay? Alright, so the next step to this is really, really simple. We're going to roll them out, cut them out, and place them on our baking tray, okay? Put your oven on at 180 to preheat, okay? And what you're going to do is roll it out. You may need a little bit of extra flour. Okay, it's a little hard. I could have actually zapped it for a few minutes more. Being a Sunday and my kids want lunch, my head is not in the game today, but I'm just going to zap it for a few minutes so I can move around with it, okay? So you're going to pretend like it's been in the fridge or for the fridge for the last 2 hours, and now is when you are going to roll it out. Okay? You're going to roll it out, and you're going to make whatever shapes you want to make. You can make them square, you can make them rectangle. I'm going to be making some round ones, and I'm going to show you one more. You can cut 2 hearts. These are great for Christmas because really the fruit inside is already cooked, so it's great. So I have some cutters here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the medium one. Okay, sorry, I'm Gina recipe. Oh, thank you very much, Naeem. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting 2 circles. I know a lot of you have taken my classes. Thank you very much. It's always nice to see good, lovely, familiar faces. Ria, hi. Hi, Reshma. Hi, everybody. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, I have, like I told you, I have made the filling. Now, today we are making peach And oh dear, we're making apple. Okay, that's okay. I'm in a little bit of a rush because I'm on a time limit. Normally in my own classes, I take my time. Okay, so I've already made some homemade apple filling. Now this has got apple, cinnamon, some, the recipe will be up. Apple, cinnamon, butter, water, corn flour. That's why it's very gelatinous, okay? Now I'm going to take one of these. It is very hot in my kitchen. And I'm going to put a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick. And that's precisely why the other one burnt. Take a little teaspoon. Don't fill it to the brim. Okay, you just need a little bit of the filling. Okay, put it in the center. Just going to make that one. They don't have to be exact. These are very rustic. Okay, so don't worry if yahan se wahan se thoda sa it's come upar niche. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're yummy just the way they are. Okay? Okay, you're going to just try and make it a little bit of a design. The main thing is you want to get your base absolutely correct. Then only will your pies taste delicious. Okay? The reason you do this is so that steam comes out. Otherwise, the whole thing will burst and come undone. Okay, you're going to then take a cookie tray that's been lined with parchment. Okay, and you're going to place them on that. I'm going to show you how to make the peach filling after we're done. So I'm going to just show you. Any questions? I'm so sorry I cannot get to the questions. Hey Teja, hey Geeta, hey everybody, hi. Okay, all right, so. These are super. You can make blueberry, you can make raspberry, you can make with jam, you can make with, like I said, you can make savory ones with cheese. I've made with cheese and olives. These are really, really nice. I've made pizza ones with pizza sauce. Amazing. And all you do is grate in some yummy Amul cheese. I use Amul cheese for everything, by the way, people. And it's not because I'm working for them today. It's really the truth. I love Amul cheese. So you can even use the Amul cheese spread them in, put in some, olives. You can put in some baby corn. You can, boiled corn, whatever you like. Okay, so this is another type we're going to be using. Now, I've made the peach filling. The peach filling is a little different. The reason that you add the corn flours to this is so that it doesn't seep out on the sides. Okay, so it looks very gelatinous and you're like, what, Gina? No, it's really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to, okay. Now, you're going to gently lift this, press down, press down, press down, press down, okay? Make some designs. Okay? Try and keep the pie paste back in your fridge so that you can use it again and again and again if you're working slow. Okay? All right, so all I want to do now is make a little incision. These are nice if you just, All right. And then you're going to lift her up and you're going to place her on a tray. Now, you need to do like a wash on top of these. So the best way to wash these is with yogurt, okay? Hi, okay, so basically the pie crust, I'm going to be putting up the recipe on my page. You can follow it there. The recipe is really simple. It is for the pie crust. You want 1 cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and then you want 100 grams. So these 100 grams of very cold butter cut into cubes. Okay, and you can either do it by hand. The process you can watch on my on the video when we finish, or you can do it by hand or by food processor, doesn't matter. So for you guys, because this is vegetarian, we're not going to be using an egg wash. We're going to be using just plain yogurt, and that will give it a lovely brown, like a pie effect. Okay, so you can water down the yogurt if you like, but I find that just, so I'm using Amul yogurt. You can even wash it with the mishti doi. That's also fine. Okay. Okay. Now these are going to go into your oven at 180, and they're going to bake for around 20 to 30 minutes. You'll have to check them. Okay. And from this pie recipe, this base recipe, you should get about around 8 good sized pies with any type of filling that you like. Okay. All right. Any other questions? No? Okay. All right. I'm just going to quickly show you the peach filling, how I make the peach filling. Why? Because it can be done in your microwave. Okay. You do not need to do it on a gas. Apple needs to be done on a gas because apples are hard. So they take a little more time to cook. The reason we can use a microwave for the peaches is, one, I'm using canned peaches. If you're using fresh peaches, then you're going to skin them and then you're going to do it on a gas, because then your fruit is actually hard. Okay? So I've taken the peaches, I've cut them up, and I've put them in their own syrup that comes from the can. Don't throw away the syrup, you don't need to. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to just put in some corn flour, around 2 tablespoons. Well, for your recipe it'll be 2 tablespoons. For this little bit is less than that. Okay? I've also put a tad bit of sugar. Alright? Now you're going to bang this in the microwave for around 2 minutes. Okay? You're going to watch it, because if you don't watch it, it can burn, and you don't want that. Can we use a milk wash too? No. I don't know why, but a milk wash does not give the same effect as a yogurt wash. And this I learned from my darling friend Reshma, who pointed it out to me, and I was trying to find a replacement for an egg wash for a lot of my stuff. And I kept saying, it's not browning, it's not browning. She's like, no, you have to use the yogurt. The yogurt is what gives it a lovely brown color. You will see if you use it, okay? So now we're just going to wait for that to happen. I'm going to put these in the oven. So when you're using the oven, you must have the up and down rods, okay? The up and down rods they have to both be on, okay? The dish is Handpies tanu. Alright, let me show you now. This is what they end up looking like, okay? If you guys can see, this is what they look like. Inside is the apple, this one is peach. They're yummy and they're crumbly and they're crispy and they're pie and they're just fabulous. So let me just open up one for you guys. Okay, that's what they are. They're beautiful and yummy and pie and just too fantastic. So this needs some more time. Okay, I'm gonna see your questions while this is happening. Yes, they are really good. They are really, really good. And here it's got a lovely, cinnamony taste to it, because I absolutely love cinnamon, and I also put nutmeg as well. Okay. So we're just gonna wait for so I can show you guys the pie filling. Okay. That's really important. However, the videos will be up on my Facebook, and you can check them out there. Gina's Kitchen. Okay, we also have another group called Bake It Basic, where we do a lot of free lives, and it's really a fun place to be. Bake It Basic. Okay, so we do a lot of online, and of course, I love Amul, so you will see a lot of Amul in a lot of our lives. Okay, so this is the filling now. As you can see, the peaches are really nice, but the reason you need this gelatinous, you need this. Okay, now go ahead and taste it. If you feel that you need more sugar, go ahead and add it. No problem. It's really up to you. Okay, but one thing I will tell you is that your fillings need to be absolutely cool when you are using them, because the base has got so much butter. You need to keep your filling cool, otherwise it'll start melting and it'll get gola gola and it will get stuck. Kinari Patel, hi. Okay, so you can use a pizza filling, which I've done before. So it's pizza base, a pizza sauce, a nice thick pizza sauce with some yummy olives and lots and lots of Amul cheese everywhere. Amul butter is the best, guys. I'm sorry, it's not because I'm working for them. It's just because I really, 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 really love them. Okay, now when you are glazing these on the top, all you're going to do is take in some Amul cream, okay, mix it into some icing sugar and drizzle it on the top. That's all that you need, okay? And that has a lovely taste, and you want there to be more sugar than there is cream. You can even, kind of water down the cream, or milk. You can add a little bit of milk as well, because it's amazing. The glaze on the top is just divine. You can add a little bit of lemon essence. You can add cinnamon to your glaze. There are lots and lots of things you can do with a glaze. Okay. Any more questions, everybody? Yes, the apple pie is absolutely divine, and the inside is, I could have actually stuffed this a little bit here. This is probably better. Okay, so yeah, so do make these, and do tag me, and do follow us on Bake It Basic. Follow us in Gina's Kitchen. We have a lot of lives all the time, and we're always happy to bake with you guys. So thank you for having me, Amul. And hang on, let me turn on the camera. Okay, so guys, thank you for having me. Thank you, Amul, for this opportunity. I love your products. I have been using Amul for everything from the day I started baking, which was almost 13 years ago. So thank you very much. Thank you for having me. You guys make the lovely, make these, and do tag me, and like I said, follow me. Go to my page. I will keep all the fillings ready for you. I wasn't sure whether I should put them up here. I didn't know how it works. But the fillings will always be available in Gina's Kitchen. Gina's Kitchen Mumbai. You guys can get the recipe from there and just watch the videos again in case you get stuck or lost or whatever. And I'm always around. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.